Alright, this is 171 Elm Street in Oberlin. We need to do a pretty decent sized cleanup. If there's a spray that we have that will not kill ground cover but will kill weeds, this is the place to use it. The first thing that we're going to quote, we may have to do this in stages for budget reasons. The first thing we're going to quote is a cleanup. So we definitely want to come out and spray this bed, all these weeds through here. We're going to spray. This is going to be another portion here. We want to obviously keep the ivy, but all these taller weeds, they've got to get weeded out. This is a vine here. This needs to go, but this here is a peony. That can stay. The rest of these taller things, they got to go. This bed here too, we've got a peony, but we've got like grasses in here, little trees. This is a Brunera. This stays. These are technically weed trees, so we can probably cut those down. These need to go. All the high grasses need to go. He may like this. I don't know. I would ask him if he wants to keep this part, but pretty much we're going to weed just like up to where these small shrubs are. So these high weeds will get the branches out. This grass needs to be removed, and we're also going to quote him for brown mulch. This area here too, if we can just get the tall weeds that are up front, that'll be perfect. And this bed here too, he wants all the ground cover and everything in here just nuked. This all needs to be removed. All the green ground cover. If we can save this juniper, great. But like this portion, take out, clean all this out. And then if we can, get this high stuff, trim it down a bit. Here, he's got some plants that he picked up. He wants to potentially put something in here, edge all this, mulch it. Edge, edge, edge. We can trim this back. We need to trim these guys up, make them look shapely and nice. He said he's going to have this removed, and then he may have something he wants to put in here. But the English ivy can stay, but we'll just get all the weeds. That's a peony, that can stay, but these little guys, pull it, clean this out, mulch it, and edge. The hydrangeas can stay. We'll get this. This we need to spray. We've got English ivy in here, but he did mention he wants to get this all cleaned out. So English ivy can stay, but the other pretty obvious weeds, wipe that out. Grasses, wipe it out. And then we'll edge this to the air conditioner. Nothing over here. These plants he wants to play around with when we're here. This is all going to get edged and mulched, and then we've got some areas on the side. On the side of the driveway here too, like this stuff needs to be sprayed and cleaned. We can trim the magnolia up, get all these little weeds and vines, but leave the ivy. If we can spray this area without killing the ground cover, great. If not, we're going to have to hand pull. Get all the high stuff. This is lily of the valley. That's a ground cover. And then we've got some English ivy. That stays. But the clover can come out. These can come out. The tree saplings can come out. Grasses can come out. These little guys will come out. That can come out. That can come out. We've got some irises. Those will stay. And then too, if we can just string trim a crisp line, clear out the driveway, trim anything that's overhanging onto the driveway, but like this tall stuff, pull that out. Again, we've got some peonies in here that will stay. This stuff, clean it out. Clean it out. Make sure any vines that are growing up these trees get pulled. This pull, clean these out. Clean the vines off of the trees because they'll eventually choke it out and kill it. This stuff, these are just spring bulbs. Pull that out and clean it. Pull, 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 pull. Pull that, pull that, pull that. Trim these back from the driveway. Any of these dead branches clip off. Get anything in the driveway. Again, this high stuff, we want this trimmed back and pulled out. Rake this out too. And again, we want to keep the English ivy. Pull, 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 pull. Pull, 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 pull. Clean this out. String trim it off the driveway. Obviously, anything past the tree line is the neighbor's, but then nothing, if we can just string trim that down at least and clean it up, but up to that point then. This area here too, we want to spray. Oh, I got a rock in my shoe. Spray all of this and clean this out. He may plant something here. I'd like to quote maybe just putting river rock in this area to break it up and mulch that. So we'll trim up the boxwoods, mulch that portion, but we want to clean out all of these weeds. Get all that cleaned up. This will be mulched, but we can spray it, pull it, get all of this. That is a plant, and that is a weed. Get this all pulled and cleaned out. Pulled and cleaned out. This is a weed. Peony, rhododendron, peony, peony. Do not pull those. Pull this, get that off the house, clean this out, clean this out. The stuff crawling up the tree we can keep unless he says otherwise. And this tree, weed tree, needs to come out. Phase 3 is going to be actually doing a plant install. And what I will include with that is extending this bed. So we're going to strip up all of this grass and just bring that bed out to the sidewalk. Rake out all this existing mulch. He wants to transplant these 3 rhododendrons and then have a whole new design. He's got some plants that he would like to see incorporated. So I'll have a design image with this so you guys know what's being planted. He wants some sort of tree here built up. So we're going to bring in some topsoil, build that area up, and then the rest of it I'll come up with. I think that's it.